Hey there guys, welcome to the Free China live stream. It is Thursday 8 p.m. here in the UK, and that means it is time to make fun of the CCP as we usually do here. Please guys, let me know how this connection is. I feel like this stream is having some problems. There is something wrong with my streaming software, and it was a real struggle just to even get this stream started today. So please let me know if you can actually see me, if you can hear me, if everything is okay, and then I will get started. But yeah, I can see a few people in the chat right now, so that is promising. At the very least, the chat is working. And yeah, sound seems low. Maybe turn up your speakers on your computer because my sound is registering fine from here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, guys who are saying sound is low, might be good to turn up the speakers on your computer or whatever you're using. Yeah, okay guys, so we are ready to roll then. I can see that it is working, so that's a good thing. Hope everybody's doing well. I almost didn't do this stream today because, well, Barry the Super Scott, buy yourself a new laptop then. Yeah. So anyway, I almost didn't do this stream today because I was really busy yesterday, and I woke up this morning exhausted, but I've put something together and I think it's going to be quite a good one. As you can see from the stream's title, it's called Anti-KMT Protests Sweep Throughout Taipei. So we've got a really interesting one. But first of all, I've got a couple of funny clips to show you. You know, just really because we don't want to always be talking about this serious stuff. It gets a little bit depressing at times. So yeah, let's have a look at these clips. Here we go. The first one. Oh, nope. Sorry. Not a funny clip to start off with. Something depressing. I'm afraid I totally forgot about it. Oh my god. Let me remove that logo from the top there. So, can you see this? So let me read it for you. Okay. So this was an email that I received today. Very disappointing email. It says, "Sorry, we can't accept your petition." The petition was called Reject Proposal for a Chinese Super Embassy in London. It calls for an action relating to a particular individual or organisation outside of the UK government or parliament. We can't accept petitions which call for actions with regard to named individuals, organisations or businesses. This includes requests to take action in relation to specific embassies. You may want to write to the government to share your views with them. Contact details for government departments can be found on blah 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 blah. We only reject petitions that don't meet the petition standards. So they're saying you should write to your government. Well, yeah, you're damn straight I'm gonna write to my government, because that has really pissed me off. And the fact that I have been waiting for almost a month now for this petition to get approved, and they took this long just to get back to me. Unbelievable. Really is unbelievable. Anyway, so I'm either going to try and write the petition again and word it slightly differently, or I am going to write to the government, because that has really irritated me. Yeah, that is really annoying. And guys, is the chat working? Because I cannot see anybody in the chat at the moment. Oh man, I hate it when the stream messes up, you know. Like, let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, I can see some people are typing. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, cool. So anyway, it was just really annoying to receive this email this morning, and yeah, put me in a bit of a bad mood for today, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try and get this sorted out, because we cannot allow this new super embassy to be built in London, it will give the CCP a bigger base for their operations here in the UK, their nefarious operations, and we do not want that. Okay? Anyway, let's move on now to the funny stuff. Get this serious stuff out of the way. Okay, so a funny clip that I came across, and I'm not sure how old this clip is, but it really cracked me up. So we're gonna watch it. I just saw maybe somebody reposted it or something. Like I said, I have no idea like when this clip was actually filmed. So let's have a look at it and see what's going on. So obviously, you've got a guy on his knees. He's about to propose to his partner. This is in China, by the way. You can tell it's in China because look at the background there. Look at how much smog and pollution is in the sky. Okay, so they're shouting 嫁给他, like 嫁给他, which means like marry him, marry him. And it appears that this woman is not Chinese. I think she's either Russian or she's definitely Eastern European or something. She's not Chinese. It's like, I really like you. I don't like this. And then she says, I don't like this. She's like saying, whatever you want, I can give you. Anything you want, I can buy you. She's like, I don't want. I don't like to do this. Sorry. She says, I don't like to do this. I don't want. I'm so sorry. He's like, I've got money. I've got money. Anything you want, I can give you. Don't go. Get married. Marry me. Marry me. And she just walked off. All of these people watching. He throws the bouquet. He flips out. Takes all of that crap out. Oh, that's great. That is great. It just goes to show that money cannot buy everything, even in China. I just want to watch him go flip out again because that really cracks me up. This is in China what they call fu er dai, which means second generation rich. They're the ones who have like just like accumulated some wealth over time, or from the past, or from their parents, you know, some corrupt government officials, that kind of thing. And yeah, they think that money can buy everything. There was that famous story from many years ago now in China. There was a guy called Li Gang, and he ran over a university student, and I think he even killed he ran them over and they died. I think they died. I can't remember the story exactly, but his name was not Li Gang, sorry. I can't remember his name. But so he ran over this student and then he drove away, and as he was driving away he said, my dad is Li Gang, so I can do whatever I want. And it became a meme in China, and it's one of these like fu er dai guys who think, you know, they've got money, they've got connections in the government, they think they can just get away with whatever they doing, whatever, even committing murder. This guy hasn't committed murder, obviously, But, you know, I feel like he's going to die of embarrassment after this. I love it how he kicks that crap over and he flops on top of it. Oh dear, that's hilarious. Okay, this clip is fantastic. I think you guys are gonna love this one. So check this out. Okay, so this is Taiwan and China, and just here it says take out your visa, sort of show me your visa.
Where is the visa?
So this woman's asking him, where is the visa?
Taiwan.
He's like, Taiwan. I'll just play the clip.
I don't need visa.
You don't need visa?
It's not China, it's Taiwan.
Ah, you Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's not China, it's Taiwan.
Ah, you Taiwan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
习近平可怜呐。
Okay, let me take it back and explain it in case anybody... I'm pretty sure you guys get it though. But okay. So you've got a Taiwanese guy who's arriving in an unknown country. It could be anywhere. I don't know where this is, right?
Yeah.
And the woman at the airport at customs asks him, where's your visa?
Where is the visa?
So where's your visa? And he's
Taiwan.
like, Taiwan.
I don't need visa.
I don't need a visa.
You don't need visa?
She's like, you don't need a visa?
It's not China, it's Taiwan.
He says, it's not China, it's Taiwan.
Ah, you Taiwan.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you're from Taiwan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. He just
It's
goes
not
through.
China, it's Taiwan.
Ah, you Taiwan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
习近平
So he's basically, she thinks that he's from China. He's not. He's got his Taiwanese passport, and he just walks straight through because he doesn't need a visa. So once again, highlighting the fact that Taiwan is not a part of China. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. And then this bit here, this is what's his name? Hangor Yu, or whatever his name is. What's his name? They call him Korean Fish. He was like a politician in Taiwan with the KMT. But he says, let's just see what he says here.
习近平可怜呐。
Xi Jinping 可怜了. So Xi Jinping is pitiful. Okay, guys. Okay, let's get on to these protests that are happening in Taiwan. And yeah, I can see you guys really liked that clip. And Barry says, Taiwanese passport stronger than Chinese passport. Absolutely it is. I think a piece of shit is stronger than China's passport, to be honest with you. You know. Anyway, let's carry on. So you've got these protests that are happening in Taipei at the moment, these anti-KMT protests. And I am going to give you the simplified version because I'm a simple man and I don't really want to get too deep into it because I am only just learning about this as well as it progresses. So it's very on this channel, but we will talk about that later. So let me first explain the situation to you guys. Okay, so have a look here. I'm just going to play this clip. Let me get out of here. There we go.
这个
Taipei. Okay, I'll just take it back to a picture of the protest. There we go. That's a good one. Okay, let me get in the screen again. Okay, so the people in Taiwan have taken to the streets of Taipei. They are hanging around outside the Legislative Yuan, outside the government building, and they are protesting against the KMT, Kuomintang, the Chinese Nationalist Party is what they're called. These guys are generally considered the more pro-China, you know, pro-one China policy, talking about how Taiwan is the original China, that kind of thing, okay? They're completely different to the other party, which is the DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party. They are completely different, and these are the two main parties, and the DPP, and they are constantly battling with each other, fighting for control, and it's really, really crazy. And these two parties couldn't be any different from each other. They both have completely distinct political ideologies and completely different policies. The DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party, that was with Tsai Ing-wen, and now it's with Mr. William Lai. That's his English name. These guys, they're generally known as being more sort of pro-Taiwanese independence, constantly advocating for a stronger Taiwanese identity and much less reliance on China. And they tend to really favor policies that that emphasize Taiwan's sovereignty and self-determination. Sounds like my sort of party, right? It sounds like a great party to be invited to. And the opposite side, you've got the KMT. And these guys, like I said earlier, they're traditionally more pro-China. They support closer relations with the CCP, the People's Republic of China. And they generally favor this one China principle. But in recent years, they've changed a little bit. But they still have this like shady past with like, you know, acknowledging this one China principle. And they're slightly more conservative as well. Especially on sort of like social issues like gay rights and that kind of thing, and economic issues as well. Okay, so have a look at this. Now that we know a little bit more about these two parties. Okay, so this is a graph showing the seats held in the legislature by each party in Taiwan, okay? So you can see like the oranges and the yellows all the way on the right there. These are the smaller parties who never really get many seats. And then you've got the two main parties, the DPP and the KMT, and they both have a lot of seats, right? So if you look in 2016, this is Tsai Ing-wen when she came in. You can see the Democratic Progressive Party has 68 seats. The KMT has 35. In 2020, again, you've got the DPP with 61 and you've got the KMT with 38. So again, they have a massive majority. But now you get to 2024 and the KMT, they have 52 seats compared to the DPP's 51 seats. So they actually have more control. Even though the Democratic Progressive Party are the ones in charge, they have the elected president, the KMT actually has more seats. So it's quite the battleground at the moment. It is pretty crazy, actually. Like every time the DPP tries to put something new in place, the KMT will be there to counter, and it's just a clusterfuck. It's really just, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, So what the hell is going on? Why are these guys protesting? Like, why have all of these people taken to the streets of Taipei? So this whole protest is about people denouncing the KMT's efforts to pass 3 new major bills that would harm Taiwan's democracy. And they are calling out to oust this guy on the... Can you see on the guy's placard, on the protest sign? They are calling to get this guy out of there. This guy called Fu Kun Chi. Or if you just read it like it's in English, like Fu, let me type it, like Fu Kun Chi. It looks like, yeah, I'm not going to say it, but yeah, you can read that. So anyway, this sign, it says, what does it say? Jiali Wei Jian Gong Fei, which means, fake legislators, real communist bandits. So they're calling him a communist bandit. Okay, so they're trying to get rid of this guy, Mr. Fu Kun, or whatever the hell his name is. Okay. Oh, I thought I had another picture in there. Ah, there it is. How come? Where did that? Okay, cool. Okay, so you've got a load of people with their signs. This one here, all the way on the right, it says, as long as the Kuomintang does not fall, Taiwan will not be well. So these people are really, really pissed off. And let's get back to this guy, Mr. Fu. Okay, so this guy has been going rogue in Taiwan's legislature of trying to force new laws to centralize power around his party, the KMT. And he's creating chaos to disrupt Taiwan's democracy. And these protesters are demanding that he steps down. Now, this guy, Mr. Fu Kun Chi, has been in a lot of trouble before in the past. He's been involved in lots of controversy over a series of actions and statements that sparked accusations of corruption. Sounds a bit CCP, doesn't he? Mismanagement and abuse of power. Where have we heard that before? The CCP, right? He faced a hell of a lot of criticism for allegedly using his political influence to benefit personal interests, particularly in relation to land deals and the handling of public funds. Though he denied these charges, obviously. He's not going to admit to it, is he? But his reputation has been completely tarnished, which really begs to ask the question, how is he still managing to stay in office? In 2019, he was convicted of charges on corruption, and he actually got a sentence of like 6.5 years in prison. But he only served a short time. He managed to get out of prison because he appealed the verdict. And yeah, the case went through loads of legal proceedings. And yeah, unfortunately, he didn't serve the time. But yeah, anyway. So this protest, let's just get to the video. Yeah, I'll be playing this video in a second. I just wanted to say a couple more things about this. So this protest has been going on for 3 evenings now. This is the 3rd evening. And apparently on the 2nd night, over 8,000 people attended. Okay, and that is a hell of a lot of people. And yeah, so they're just there to make sure that people know about this Fu Kun Chi guy because of these bills that he's trying to pass. So he's basically, what he's trying to do, I've actually linked some articles in the description so you can go and have a look, okay? But to put it simply, he plans to make it more difficult to recall elected officials, which is basically a CCP kind of move. Okay, even though the CCP actually doesn't have any elected officials, right? But he's effectively trying to take away the people of Taiwan's right to recall an elected official and remove them from office before their term is over, which is a real slap in the face to democracy and people's freedom, right? And yeah, these people protesting are definitely in the right. So yeah, let me just play this clip from I think it's from Taiwan Plus, maybe, or was it from Focus Taiwan? I can't remember. But yeah, this will tell you a little bit more about what's going on, because you're probably sick of hearing my voice. Oh look, it's Ba Jiong and Chen Boyuan, the two guys that I spoke about in last week's stream. So let's see what's going on here. So obviously they're at the protest. They might be performing their song by the looks of things.
The Bluebird movement is back. Despite the cold, thousands of people joined civil society organizations outside the opposition Kuomintang headquarters, angered by what they say is abuse of power in the legislature. Earlier this week, KMT legislators barricaded the room where they were set to have cross-party discussions on amendments that could tighten regulations on recalling public officials.
So they barricaded the room. What kind of thuggish tactics is this?
Effectively stopping the ruling Democratic Progressive Party from voting. The KMT and allies unanimously passed the preliminary review, and scenes of the consequential 3-minute meeting spurred many to join the protests.
实在是看不下去国民党这样子封锁，直接把国会的整个议场封锁。我们今天来这里，我们就是要告诉他们说，我们不好惹。人民比你。
Sorry about the loudness there. So citizens outnumber legislators. That is so true, isn't it? That is so true. Let me just play it again.
At the heart of it all is the contentious issue of recalls. The KMT and its allies are trying to tighten the rules over how recalls are launched and passed, something they say is needed to prevent fraud and frivolous votes. But protesters believe the changes will in effect remove voters' right to launch recalls. And while an investigation has been launched into the disputed preliminary vote, the KMT says they did nothing wrong. They launched their own counter-protest just meters away from the Bluebird gathering, playing music and shouting at the protesters.
Yeah, the more you try to take away from democracy, the crazier you look.
But the crowd of Bluebird protesters grew throughout the night, with organizers reporting 6,000 participants. Politicians, musicians, and activists gave speeches in support of the movement.
Pretty awesome. Sorry guys, I just realized I am in the way here and you can't see that.
The legislature is set to vote on another KMT-supported set of amendments to the Recall Act on Friday. And demonstrators say they'll be there to protest again and make sure lawmakers hear their voices. Klein Wong and Tiffany Wong for Taiwan.
Yes, exactly. And I just wanted to say that, you know, no matter which side you're supporting here, what this really shows to me is just how Taiwan is not a part of China, just how different Taiwan is to China, where they have these big political rallies and these big protests, and they all really care. Well, not everybody in Taiwan, but you know, you can see these massive turnouts of people. They really care about politics, and they really care about their democracy. Could you imagine something like this happening in China, you know, because of some kind of government policies that you don't agree with, and people, they show up en masse like this? It gets shut down immediately. We saw what happened with these white paper protests, and even back in 1989 with the Tiananmen Square massacre, right? We see what happens when people in China try to do some kind of political movement, some kind of political protest like this. It gets shut down immediately. People get disappeared. But look at Taiwan, the exact opposite. These people are enjoying their democracy, and they're enjoying their freedom to protest, to come together and support something and try to make a change. Never happen in China. That will never happen in China. So no matter if you're Taiwanese and you're watching this, no matter what side you are on, please enjoy your right to protest and enjoy your democracy, because it is precious, and China wants to take that away from you. Anyway, guys, that is all I've got for today's stream. I am just going to read some of the chats now. Let me get myself into full screen here. Oh wow, we have a super chat from Lai Yu Chung. Lai Yu Chung, yeah, is that how you say it? Lai Yu Chung. Thank you for your concern about Taiwan. You're welcome, mate. Thank you so much for sending that super chat. I really appreciate it. It really helps. It really does. So thank you so much, and I will always support Taiwan, because Taiwan has done so many good things for me today, and yeah, I really, really appreciate everything that Taiwan has done for me, which is why I will keep fighting for Taiwan, no matter what. No matter what. Even if I've got crazy guys shouting at me outside the Chinese embassy in London, which happened yesterday. The delivery boy, some dude, like some British dude delivering stuff to China's embassy. Anyway, you'll see it in tomorrow's video. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but some like guy delivering stuff for the Chinese embassy, and I walked up to him for a laugh, and I was like, "Oh, special delivery for the CCP," and the guy flipped at me. Like, he got really, really threatening, like sort of got in my personal space. It was really, yeah, it was ridiculous. You'll see tomorrow's video anyway. I think I handled it quite well, but yeah, it's hilarious. That will be in tomorrow's video. Okay, guys, so please, if you have anything to say, I'm going to take a few minutes to read. I know that there's not that many people watching today. I know we're getting closer to Christmas, and yeah, we're getting a lot closer to Christmas, and people are busy with family and friends and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to wait for 10 minutes or so and see if anybody like shows up or asks me a question or writes a comment. So yeah, please guys, if you've got anything you want me to read on here, within reason, obviously. I'm not going to read any stupid shit, obviously, but yeah, you know, if I see something, I'll be like, why is that near working? What? Okay, so let's see. Barry says, looking forward to tomorrow's video. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one because, so tomorrow's video, I was filming a Christmas video. I was making a Christmas video to show my support for Taiwan, and I went around London and I was putting up decorations with Taiwan's flag on it on different Christmas trees around London. But that's not the video that's going to be out tomorrow. That'll be closer to Christmas, which will be next week. So I went to the Chinese embassy because I wanted to hang up some decorations outside the Chinese embassy. And when I got there, there was a bunch of protesters there who were protesting against the CCP for animal because basically the CCP has no laws to protect animals against cruelty. There's no like animal welfare or anything like that. So there was a bunch of protesters outside, so perfect opportunity to make another video. I interviewed some of them to find out what was going on, and that was when I approached the van. There was a white van pulled up outside China's embassy, and the guy gets out and he's delivering something to the Chinese embassy. So I just thought it would be funny to say, hey, I went up and filmed it. I was like, special delivery for the CCP, and the guy flipped at me. So yeah, you're gonna see that tomorrow. The Christmas one will be out next week. But yeah, so tomorrow you'll see that one with people talking about some of the crazy stuff that Chinese people do to animals. But there's going to be no graphic images or anything like that. So Taiwan Freedom says, thanks for supporting Taiwan. You're welcome, mate. It's my pleasure. Vincent says, do you think there will ever be a Chinese president who will finally admit Taiwan is not a part of China? No, I don't. Oh dear. So let's see. Tup Lausto. It is easy to voice support for dictators in free country, but try do the opposite in a dictator's country. Exactly, man. Exactly. You have all of these morons, don't you, who they love going around talking about how they admire Putin and how Xi Jinping, they admire them. But yeah, they could never do the same thing in a dictatorship supporting a democratic country. You are absolutely right, my friend. Headley Bradstone, any videos next week? Yes, mate. I got a Christmas video coming out. Yeah, cool. Hong Kong is a lively example of the freedom now is totally crashed down and the economy of Hong Kong is collapsing. Not joking. Yeah, I know, mate. It's tragic what happened to Hong Kong because it was such a great place, and it still is a great place. It's just a shame what the CCP are doing there. Okay. I've already read that question. The bad vehicle system and the bad vehicle tax system in Taiwan. Hey, that's a video for another day, I guess. How about you make a video about it? Tell me more about it, because I actually don't really know that much about that, I'm afraid. So yeah, I do know that the roads in Taiwan are very crazy and there's just scooters everywhere coming at you from all angles. It's quite insane. That's one of the major criticisms that you always hear about Taiwan, though. Okay. Taiwan Freedom. I love the flag next to you. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful flag. Okay. Yeah, guys. Okay, I think that's it. There's not a lot of there's not a lot going on in the chat today, is there? But yeah, okay, guys. Well, anyway, that is it for the Free China live stream today. I'm sorry it was a little bit all over the place, but I guess it wouldn't be a Free China live stream if it wasn't. But yeah, guys, there won't be a live stream next week on Thursday because of the whole Christmas thing getting in the way. Imagine that Christmas thing getting in the way, right? So no live stream next week, but there will be a video because I'll be editing it later on. So yeah, guys, sorry, next week gonna be busy with family and friends and doing the whole Christmas thing. I hope you guys understand. It will be back to normal the following week, though. I'm sure you guys, like, you know, you don't really want me to stream on Christmas. Is it Christmas Day next Thursday? What's the date today, guys? It's the 19th today, isn't it? So yeah, sorry, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's Boxing Day next Thursday, isn't it? So Wednesday is Christmas Day, but yeah, I will not be doing a live stream on Boxing Day. I mean, come on, I gotta, do some boxing. Anyway, guys, so no live stream next week is what I'm trying to say. All right, well, that's it for today's stream. Thank you so much, and have an awesome Christmas. Hope you guys all get all of the presents that you wanted, and you do all of the cool things. You get to see or speak with your family. I know for the people who live abroad, Christmas can be a pretty lonely time. So hopefully there's some kind of expat thing going on where you live. I remember in Taiwan they had a couple of things going on, but I was invited. I went to Prozzy's house for Christmas Day, which was really nice. He invited me to go to his. Prozzy is another Taiwan YouTuber from Canada. Really cool guy. Go and check out his videos if you haven't. But yeah, that was really nice of him, actually, because I didn't really know him that well, but he still invited me over, which was really awesome. So yeah, anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I'll see you all soon in a couple of weeks. Well, for the live stream, but there will be videos coming out in the meantime. So take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.